Hey guys, so today is going to be more of a sit down and opinion type video because I know for sure not everyone is going to agree with what I say, and that is completely fine. Everyone's obliged to their own. The whole point of this video is to make the pet community not be so judgmental and so quick to hate on someone who may have a bit of a different care, because not every pet is going to need the same care, and there is definitely not one way to caring for a pet. Pet care isn't a one-fit-all type situation. Every pet has a different personality and every pet has different requirements, whether that's medical or just Now there are definitely rules and minimum requirements that all pet owners must meet, whether that is cage requirements, even dietary needs and things like that. But as soon as a person meets that, it's up to them and their pet on how they actually pursue that, because I can assure you there's not just one cage for a hamster, there's not just one diet for a dog. There is multiple different options and it's up to them to make the right choice. And this video is my view on a very controversial topic. It is one that is for the most part hated on in the pet community, and that is simple cage setups. Now what I mean by this is not those who get very small cages, give a food dish, a water dish and a hide and call it a day. That's not what I mean by a simple cage setup. What I mean is those who still meet the requirements but more so don't clutter their cages with enrichment. Now I'm going to explain why I'm kinda more okay for the simple cage setups. I personally do simple cage setups, and the main reason for I don't really like the idea of cluttering is because I feel like it gives people an excuse to not do playtime. Playtime becomes this optional thing and it isn't preached as much because their pet cage is so cluttered. People think, well, they're not going to get bored, so it's not mandatory for me to let an animal out of their cage, which I strongly disagree, because pets, we have pets for companion. They're there to love, they're there to have fun with. They're not there to sit in a cage. Now my other reason for this is not every pet is going to use chew toys and the enrichment in the cage, and this is something that I experience a lot and something I have talked about in the past. For example, not every pet is going to use chew toys, so what's the point of us owners buying a bunch of chew toys just for them to sit in a cage looking pretty? For example, in these 3+ years I've owned my rabbits, they have never even touched a chew toy. It just gets covered in fur because I have Jersey woolies and their wool just sticks to everything. And that's the same with all my pets, and I have tried all the types of chew toys you can think of, from homemade to store-bought, the different types of textures, everything I have tried, and my animals are just not phased over chew toys. They don't care for chew toys. They're more food motivated and they'd rather spend time with me and interacting with people rather than sitting in a cage chewing on a. And 3, this is more of a me thing, but I would rather spend my money on making their playtime area really fun and enriching and something that I can interact with them, because again, that's the point of having an animal. They're not designed just to sit in a cage. You get an animal for the companionship and for the love that they give to you and you can give to them. I'd rather spend my money on something that we can, both me and the animal can enjoy together and make their playtime area really fun and enriching, rather than spending all my money on cage stuff where half the time my animals are out. My animals come out 4 hours a day. That's half the day they're out with me anyway, so why would I want to spend so much money on chew toys and stuff in the cage when I can spend it on actually bonding with the animal? So I want you guys to utilize the thumbs up and thumbs down. If you agree with me, give this video a thumbs up, and if you disagree, which is completely okay, you're not in the wrong by disagreeing. If you like the idea of cluttering up your cage and you still make sure to do the playtime, that's perfectly fine. I'm not hating on those who clutter their cages. I'm not saying people who clutter their cages is bad or anything. It's just my opinion. So make sure to give it a thumbs up if you agree and give it a thumbs down if you disagree. But yes, that is my video, and I realised I forgot to mention I'm in a different location again. I'm very sorry for the changes in location. I haven't been home much for the month of November. I've been doing a lot of house sitting. I am now at my other sister's house, so I've just been moving around a lot, and also I'm in the process of actually moving, so things are a little bit messy, so the backgrounds are not going to be the same. I apologize, and videos may not be as long.